Hello and welcome to this week's Team Intelligence Hints and Tips updates to help unify your team and get you to the next level. My name is Greg Boas. I'm the CEO of Boas and Associates. Thanks again for catching up with us this week. I trust you've been finding value on our blog and following us over the last few weeks with our updates. If you are new and you've just come across us, please feel free to check out our blog at www.boasandassociates.com. If you found us through LinkedIn, just check out one of the links on one of the posts that I've made there, and you'll be able to go back through and check out the videos, download the MP3s, or check out the PDFs, the articles themselves. This week I wanted to do a multi-part update for you, and I know we've been doing a series of designing your dream team, and this week continues, and what I wanted to do was to share with you part one of 3 secrets of successful communication. Now I know this is something that I have discussed before, but it is quite important, and I do think that it is worth bringing up from time to time, because in a business and in a team situation, communication is key, and it is imperative that we are able to effectively communicate with each other and to really reduce the amount of conflict that happens within teams. It could also cause low productivity and some other issues. Now, successful communication is something that is quite commonly quoted. There's a lot of quotes going around about, teams are more effective with blah blah blah, and we achieve more as teams. Problem really stems from a communication perspective and more from how we function as human beings. Now, I don't know whether you've heard the stats, but it's been said that 7% of what we communicate is what we communicate, is the words that we use. 38% of what we communicate is how we actually say something, or say the tone of our voice, and 55% is the body language that we use. So a massive 93% of how we communicate is actually non-verbal. So it goes to show that the words you use, to be clear with those is one thing, but to be very clear with the way that you're actually conducting your body language and the way in which you communicate your tone is very important. And that's why there's a lot of issues that come up when you're dealing with communication via printed or electronic methods, say email, because tone is very hard to distinguish on email. And it's really something that if you're not sure of something, it's best to pick up the phone and actually speak to the person, and just to clarify if you're not actually clear on something. The reason why I bring that up is the major issue with there's 2 major issues. When someone communicates something, the way that it works is that it's communicated to the other person, but the way that the other person decodes that in their own way can be the completely different meaning to the person that's actually communicated what they're wanting to. So if person A says something to person B, and person B takes that as meaning something different, it's not person A's fault. It's not person B's fault either, because it's based upon a representational system of how they actually filter in information through their brains, and to create their world and to create meaning. And as human beings, we are meaning creating machines. How you actually get around that is just to get clarification, to cut the assumption and to not assume things. The other thing is, the other key to this, and one of the main secrets, is that people are one of 3 types of communicators. They're either visual, they're either feelings-based communicators, or they're thinking-based communicators. Now, I remember I was working with a team recently where the team leader, all of their communication with the team was based upon focusing on the big picture to achieve the goals. And because the team majority of them were the base of them were feelings-based communicators, it meant that the communication was really from the team leader was up here, and the rest of the team was traveling down here. And it really meant that they weren't on the same level. They weren't communicating on the same level. The message wasn't getting through. There was a lot of assumptions going on with the feeling-based people in the team. And what actually happened, the issue that essentially rose to the top of the surface when I came in, was lack of motivation, lack of productivity. Once I came in, we highlighted what types of communicators they were using our team intelligence model, and we then actually set into stone and gave them solid strategies that they could actually implement straight away to communicate with each other, so they could actually come up to the visual aspect, or the visual person could come down to more of the feelings-based communicator. And what that did is it changed things straight away, and the motivation went through the roof. Productivity then obviously increased as well. So I trust that's been of value. Thanks very much for watching. If you're interested in finding out how to actually work out what type of communicator someone is, there are various tools around that you can use. One of the most easiest to use that we use, and one of the most effective, is extended disk, and it's actually something we use exclusively in the team intelligence model. So let us know if you're interested more about that, and how it can be used to help your team, and especially how our team intelligence diagnostic can help just to diagnose any issues and highlight any barriers that are holding your team back, I should say, from achieving their goals in 2015. Our contact details are +61 0405 298 232. If you're calling from overseas, just drop the 0 at the front, so it's +61 405 298 232. My email address is greg, Greg, at Boas, BOASEAND Associates, ASSOCIATES.com. Otherwise, just jump onto our website, boasandassociates.com. Our contact details are on there. Until next week, thanks very much for watching. Cheers.